Hi everyone, it's me, Destiny Preet again. I just wanted to kind of do a video today talking about the resume because over the last few days, I've been doing some mentoring and advising with a couple of people, and I've realized that actually the resume is kind of the big halting or stopping point for them, which is kind of surprising to me because there are a lot of resources out there that are free to veterans and their spouses and transitioning service members that will actually create a resume for you. And it's also a requirement of the transition program, which, if you're transitioning, you're going through at some point, or if you have transitioned, you likely went through the program where you were required to do a resume. However, some people just do it as kind of a check the block thing, which, it's totally fine, but whenever you're looking for employment, the resume is your number one tool. It is your self-marketing tool. It is going to score you the interview. So if you're not up to speed on your resume and you're just kind of, pushing it to the side, I highly encourage you to maybe pull it back out and look at it. So there's a couple of things too for the resume. There's a few different kinds of resumes out there, which are your chronological resume, which basically talks about your job history, in chronological order. And then there's your functional resume. And so your functional resume focuses on the skills that you have. So maybe you are logistics and you want to do HR. So you might have some trouble when you're writing a chronological resume because, it has all of these logistic things. But if you do have some of those HR skills, which you should because you were in the military, you can use a functional resume, and it focuses on your skill sets rather than the chronological. This is what I did. And you do put your chronological jobs on the functional resume, but you put them like at the bottom, so they're not as highlighted as they would be, in a chronological one. There's also a federal resume, and so some of you might be looking at USA Jobs and different kinds of federal jobs, which, I highly encourage you to do because they're awesome, but if you do not create a federal resume or use the template, then you're already almost excluding yourself. So, I just really encourage you to reach out for help if you need help with your resume. There are free services out there. Your SFL TAP program closest to you can also help you with this. Another organization that I used to refer people to was Hire Heroes USA, who will actually create a resume for you. And there are other services and government programs out there that will also do it for you. But if you need help with your resume, in particular, I'm more than willing to help you get through that as well. If you already have a job and you're employed, you should still continue to update your resume. And the reason you should update your resume all the time is, well, there's a few reasons. First, you never know what's going to happen. No job is absolutely guaranteed. Job security is no longer guaranteed. So it's so important to make sure your resume is updated. Also, some other programs that you might want to apply for, such as the Syracuse University, veteran programs that actually give veterans and transitioning service members the opportunity for free certifications, those kinds of things. And if you're applying for school or grad school, you will need a resume to apply. So other things like that. And also, if you want to do volunteerism or anything like that, sometimes they do require you to have a resume. So it's really good to keep it updated. And also because, let's face it, we forget what we do during our jobs. On an average day, we don't, sometimes we don't even remember what we had for breakfast, let alone the accomplishments that we have, done over the last, few years to few months. So make sure that you're updating your resume. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm, available openly for the next several weeks before I officially start training for my job. So please reach out. If I can't help you to, the fullest extent that you need, I will certainly recommend resources to you. So I hope this kind of helps some of you. You know, the resume, like I said, is your #1 tool to get a job. It's all about self-marketing, it's personal branding, and those things, you know, they're really hard to capture, especially since we came from the military and everything is kind of just, you know, you kind of show up to your next job and all of that. I also want to do another video on some of the soft skills that the military basically teaches us, because a lot of times whenever I was a career counselor, I had soldiers come to me and say, well, Miss Preet, the only thing the military did for me was teach me how to shoot and show up in the right place, right time, right uniform. And though some of that is true, the military teaches you a lot more. There are so many other skills that you get and acquire just by being in the military. So I'm going to do another video sometime soon on those skills because, like I said, we just don't give ourselves enough credit. So I hope that this video finds you well, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Hope you're having a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.